Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning, Windshield wiper to stand the trial, accused of threatening driver who refused the service. A man accused of wielding a knife and threatening to stab a driver who refused his offer to clean his car's windshield will face trial in the St. James Parish Court in February. Patrick Hemmings pleaded not guilty to assault at a common law when he appeared before presiding judge Keisha Grant Price. According to court documents, on October 7, 2024, the male complainant was traveling in his motor car in the vicinity of Bay West Shopping Center in Montego Bay. Hemmings approached his vehicle and offered to wipe his windshield. The complainant refused, and Hemmings allegedly pulled a knife from his waist and threatened to stab him. Following the reading of the allegations, Grant Price stated that Hemmings has a history of multiple court appearances, including a recent incident in which he was fined $40,000 for an unspecified offense. He is able to understand the guilt and innocence, yes. He has a mild disability, and this is a permanent condition, and no medication was given. But I don't know Mr. Hemmings to be sick. I know him to be here quite often from 2016, 2017, and 2018, noted the judge. You never pull out the knife from your waist at this man? Grant Price then asked Hemmings. No, Hemmings responded. So what we must do then? You're going to have to try the matter. Who was here with you last time? Somebody came here and paid $40,000 for you the other day. Who paid the fine for you? Grant Price inquired. Is me paid? Hemmings answered. Grant Price subsequently set the matter for trial on February 12 and remanded Hemmings until that date. Gaming machine crackdown. BGLC reports a massive spike in seizures despite huge returns for owners. The number of gaming machines seized by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission more than doubled last year due to operators' failure to license their units, despite claims by owners that the returns on investing in the boxes are extremely profitable. According to the BGLC, a total of 246 gaming machines were seized in 2024, a massive jump from the 117 confiscated in 2023. The figures represent a 110% increase. In an advisory to the operators of gaming machines and the gaming locations, the Commission urged a compliance with the law to foster trust and confidence in gaming establishments. The Commission said that February 1 to June 30, 2025, all operators of unlicensed machines have the opportunity to regularize their operations without any penalty. If they fail to do so within the allotted time, the Commission warned that their machines will be seized. Operators of the machines can also be arrested and charged, and they may be fined by the court up to $500,000 or sentenced to 6 months imprisonment in default of payment. Operators who fail to license their premises can also be arrested and charged, and they may be fined up to $1 million or sentenced to 12 months imprisonment in default of payment. The application should be submitted to the BGLC with a receipt showing evidence of payment of the annual levy to Tax Administration Jamaica. During a visit to 6 bars and the gaming locations across the corporate area, all operators told the news they were compliant. One bar owner who requested anonymity scolded other operators who failed to comply with the law, stating that the new machines that feature the American roulette wheels are a lucrative venture that they should not run the risk of losing. It is a good game and it is a good investment. You have a man who has all 500 machines. I just come in at the business, so I no buy no house out of them yet, but everybody buy house out of them, he told the news. He said that while the cost of the machines is a bit high, with operators selling out $400,000 for one unit, the return on that investment is substantial. The most machine you can have is 19. If the BGLC come in and one of them don't license out of all of them, I lose my machine. So I license all of my own them because I eat food off it, he said. In all, it's $13,500 I pay for each machine for the year, and you make back that within days. Any man who don't want to license his box is a careless man because it makes money, he added. The owner explained that users put in a minimum of $2,000 to play American roulette. They select the numbers they think the ball will land on and log in their answer. At the top of the screen, he said there is a set of numbers the machine chooses that will give players 20 or often 500 times their winnings if the ball lands on the number they choose. The people who play the game them get 90% off of it, and we the owner get 10%, so that's why they play them so hard. These are the new sets with the times that multiply winnings. If a man put $1,000 on a number and the 500 times come up, is $500,000 him win. People mash it up all the while, but we still eat food, he explained. If a man wins $100,000, me I get $10,000, and him take the $90,000. Sometimes people win and sometimes they lose, so it's a chance you take and gamble. When they lose, I win same way, although they win more times, he added. The bar owner shared that he has invested in more than 100 machines all across Jamaica, and he has earned more than double the cost of his investment. He said the only problem he faces is that bill acceptor slots on the machines will often not accept notes when people are trying to place their bets, but that is a small price to pay. Right now I have 5 machines in my Jeep figure fix. You see, because the government bring in these new types of money, they wear out, mostly like the $100. The machines refuse them, but they put in a new program, so I have been going around and reprogramming the machines and make it take the money. Whether it's crush up money or it wear out, he told the news. Bar manager Amanda Cole said that the machines are also a source of income for some customers who use them religiously. It's very profitable and it's a good business to have in the bar. As early as 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. people are coming in and wanting to play the boxes. And as late as night the boxes always keep playing, she said. We the owners make money, but people are making money on it too. Since week somebody won $90,000 one time. You have this family, mother and daughter, they come here and when they cash in out, they take all $100,000. You have people who religiously come just for the boxes. Is them box here on the place? If you want to make money quick, send for 4, put them in a bar, you will see how fast you make back your money, said Cole. One man who gave his name as Gary said he too knows a lot of people who use the machines as their main source of income. People wake up and just know that this is what them are going to eat off. A man will just go draw $20,000 and know say I work him come, because you can win all $1 million off it, said Gary. If you buy all $2,000 and it lands on times 50, and you pick the number it lands on, it will drop $100,000. If you buy it for $5,000 and it drops on times 50, all $250,000 you get, he told the news. While the payout is great, Gary says he does not rely on the games as his sole means of income, but admits that he plays often. I win $40,000 and all $50,000 on it regularly, he said. You have a man who will charge a $10,000 on the box and know say him can get up to $60,000 or $70,000. And not have to go in the sun and sweat for it. This pays far better than cash pot, he exclaimed. Zozo transforming goes to town south side, but residents want concrete barriers to remain. On the 3rd anniversary of the implementation of a zone of special operation in Parade Gardens, also known as the South Side, residents say the difference in the once murderous Kingston Central community is like night and day. When the news visited the community earlier this month, it was abuzz with activity. Children in bright blue uniforms were getting picked up from school, elderly residents relaxed on sidewalks, and on the corner of Mr. Clark's shop, a baby kicked excitedly at the news team from her car seat. It wasn't always like that. Before this, it was like a ghost town, said Andrew Tai, a resident who grew up in Parade Gardens. This also was a necessity based on what was happening. In 2021, the community recorded 22 murders over 12 months, prompting the implementation of the security measure, which saw soldiers flooding the area and official barriers placed at the specific points on certain roads. The ZOSO was implemented after we had a bad year, 22 murders and 20 shootings in the space. Today, January 9, 2025, is the anniversary, Superintendent Beresford Williams, who oversees Kingston Central, explained. And the residents remember those days all too well. One man pointed to the crude barriers placed by residents at strategic points to block vehicular access. When those blockages weren't there, you had a lot of crime, drive-by and shootings, the elderly man explained. It was the concrete structures blocking access to the community and the inconveniencing unsuspecting motorists that drew the news to the community. What the news team found were residents fiercely protective of their newfound peace. Thousands of people died without these barriers, so we don't want them to be moved. We don't want them to be moved at all, a female resident said. We don't want them to move. Before that, we would protest. Many residents expressed the same sentiment, pledging strongly to protest if the barricades were taken away. They insisted that the restrictions only inconvenience those who wish to do harm, and the same motorists who complains about not being able to access roads are a non-issue. We're getting around. We have gotten used to where we enter and exit from. Yes, there are a lot of people who come in and didn't know the road was blocked, but because of the courtesy of the community with them, they understand very well. We direct them to where they can exit, South Side resident Orlando Walters explained. An elderly woman, Zelfa Lee, who has lived in the area for more than 50 years, reflected on the time prior to the so-so. It was bad, she said. Lee was sitting outside her home, watching students get picked up from school, just meters from a pair of solid 2-foot-tall barriers. Located between the barriers and the school is a Jamaica Defensive Force checkpoint. At that checkpoint, manned by JDF members, the sentiment was similar. They too say now Parade Gardens is a far cry from 22 murders a year. Since we have been here, there hasn't been that much violence because you know you'll have a few fights, not much shooting, one officer told us, while another added, occasionally we will have a domestic dispute, but we don't really have any gunfire like that. Tai attributed the shift to good police work and a community partnership. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.